Alright gamers, the hour is at hand. I'm Flo by the way, and welcome to episode 7 of my road to 200B. You know what day it is, you've recognized the music, we are indeed Wednesday, and cross-server KP challenge is up, so let's go, it's time to get a little closer to the ultimate goal of becoming a true Chad. Beasts have been bound again for local challenge to get progress rewards, so we can jump straight into hero building. And first, I want to work on Prometheus, because I want to know if he's going to be good enough right away, or if I'll have to give him some manuscripts as well. I have paragons and maiden bonds to work on, and if he gets higher than, let's say, 250 mil, I won't give him manuscripts, but if he's lower than that, I will. So we'll see, let's level up his maiden bonds first. As you can see, they are super low and unfortunately not much maiden EXP to spend. I did put his maiden up to 8k charm, but that was after using my monthly blue bottles, so we'll have to wait for next month to see some significant gains there. Alright, done. Now where are we? 200 mil. Okay, looks good so far. And now up to full paragons after using his hero skin.
Winds, obey my command!
Building him was so fast, all it took was a wave of love with a good stack of cards and then one level to get both skins. That's crazy. Took like 2 months, while after 3 years I still need frags for bonds, man, how dumb is this game? Anyway, we're done, and now it's 266 mil, perfect then, no manuscripts for you before quality challenge, they will go to Thomas instead. But before that, it's time to bring him back from his island. See, he was there for 48 days, and I exiled him the day I got him on Wave of Love, so less than 2 months actually to get all the stuff. And now we say our goodbye to Percival. Thank you mate for all your efforts, but you suck now, so take care and have fun with Thaddeus and his friends. Back to business, now we give Thomas 500 manuscripts. I'm not using more manuscripts this time because I want to save some for next month, as I'm supposed to use 2k of them for building my wood for the aliens. I didn't know that, I'm a new member of the team, so I'm still learning, so no more than 500 this month to have enough for when it cycles back. Next, we have maiden bonds, mainly coming from last Wave of Love and the 1800s bottles I used back then. I usually burn this number unless I don't want anything from the shop, in which case I only use 900, but that's pretty rare. For next week, I might be able to get the 4500 I would need to score 500k progress rewards on the random visit challenge, but I'm not pulling the trigger if I'm not interested in heroes and skins features in the event, so we will see. Next, we have skins and paragons, so let's move from bottom to top, and we start with Achilles and his third skin and frags from Wave of Love. He has 476 mil right now, so let's hope to get him above 500 mil.
That belongs in a museum.
I really should focus a bit more on this hero, to be honest. He has a decent potential, but there are so many better options out there that I'm probably not going to before long. Okay, he's now above 500 mil, so I'm happy. Then Skanderberg last paragons, only 2 more zodiacs to finish off, Kelton and Black Bomb. For Kelton I need 1 frag, so really only Black Bomb to work on. Up to Fawkes then, who I've been working on for weeks now and one of my absolute priorities for the months ahead. Today we unlock his second skin and a couple of paragons.
Tonight, a tale of glorious redemption. On with the show!
Both Fawkes and Midas should become world contenders soon. For Midas, even though I can buy his skin right now, we're going to save it for next month, and it will be the same for Bors. Finally, 1 level of Paragon for Tourmaline, sadly not enough to make him break the 4B milestone. Now up to probably the biggest gain of the month, Morien and his new line of Paragons that I can max out immediately.
none shall pass.
Say goodnight. With each fight does your sanity die? Seeking the light out in the dark inside. See a prayer so light leaves your eyes. Oh, scream all you like, your gods can't hear.
That's nice and I'm happy for him, but in the end I'm not going to work on him actively in the upcoming months because he has fallen beyond the power curve. But in the end 2.5B is still respectable and he will stay on my wall for quite some time before being kicked out by the new metal monster chads like Fawkes, Midas and Atlas. And now to wrap things up, we have Proctor leveling from 400 to 450 in one stand. Laz is definitely a little easier to grab now, but it's also because I wasn't really focusing on it before. The next step will be to put Ons to 500. This should take 3 months if I'm able to get around 500 Laz every month. And by then Fawkes and Midas will be fully built, hopefully, so I'll put them to 450. Wait, I forgot tomes, not much to gain there, but still, I might as well randomly use them. Okay, so in the end I gained 2.2B KP, that's decent enough with only 500 manuscripts. Next month is going to be crazy with Hans leveling, 2k Midas and Bors and Midas skins already in the bag. Goal is to get close to 80B on the next cross-server KP challenge. Now it's time to guess the next event. I won't be betting Battlefield of Glory again, as I can't take the same guess twice in a row, but I definitely would bet that instead I'll try Archon of Treasure Chest for a change. Nice to see Atlas skin coming, I didn't expect that. Goat is speeding things up right now, it must be like what, 6-7 weeks in a row with a new skin or hero? It's hard to keep up. Okay, see you on Friday. Oh man, a new bug was around the corner, it sucks. For next week, obviously, we're getting Pursuit of Wild Desire, so my bet is going to be that we get Naval on the same weekend as Pursuit starting on Sunday. Okay, now we can take a look at Mythic Trials shop as the event has ended. I went crazy on this event as I spent a little more than 30k gems. It's the most I've spent in one event for a long time, but it has a very good return on investment, especially because I had an alt doing all the exploration. I collected 21.8 million points, and first of all, of course, I'm going to buy all Midas and all Bors stuff I need. Skins and frags, they were high priority on my shopping list, especially Bors because I'm close to finish my ends, so it's only natural that I will focus on Bors next. Then 50 Laz for a little more than 3 million points, and also 100 blue bottles, always pretty cheap. I have 10 million points left, so I can afford Captain Barbarossa and his maiden frags. I need more non-military double 8 skills heroes, so Barbarossa is a perfect match, even though we start from scratch, so it's going to take a lot of time. And now this is where I struggled all week to decide what to buy next. I went back and forth between Scheherazade skins and tokens or Tourmaline. I wonder what you would have done if you were me. Let me put my exiled Scheherazade on screen so that you have all the info. She has a good amount of quality already and some decent maiden bonds, so I think it would have made sense to grab her 2 skins at the 4 token I need to fully paragon her and bring her back from exile, freeing a spot to summon Gorda Farid and immediately exile her for the extra 15% paragon on Scheherazade. Working on her just a bit on her 7-star skills to bring her to Asinat or Achilles level wouldn't have taken too much time. But in the end I went for 5 Tourmaline amulets instead. I said I need more heroes, and that's true, but I need more good heroes, not one that is quite beyond the power curve and especially military. Had she been fortune or something, I might have bought her stuff, but military, no thank you. In addition, Tourmaline are quite rare and expensive, so getting 5 in one event is pretty good. That's 1 hero up to 450 or 1 halfway to teal blue, and I'm going to need a fair amount for Thomas, Fawkes, Midas and Atlas. In the long run, it will be more beneficial to have them at the ready, so that's the choice I made. Let me know in the comments what you would have done and why. I'm eager to read your reasoning on the matter. Anyway, after buying Tourmaline stuff, I had a little over half mil, so I decided to buy a couple of energy runes. Always good to have some to gain a bit of quality thanks to equipment. And finally, 2 quality scrolls and 4 red bottles to spend the rest of my points. For 30k gems, what I got is on Roast and Boast or Love Harvest level, so we can definitely add Mythic Trials on our top 5 events to invest gems. That's definitely not the case for Battlefield of Glory though, and that's a shame. Look at this shop, man. Atlas new skin and frags, Proctor second skin, Mary skins. I would kill to have such a juicy drop. But not on Bug, man. Why GOAT? Why putting all I need on the worst event of all time? BG sucks, first of all, because I'm French, so that means the field resets at 2 AM for me, and at 2 AM I'm sleeping, so I always lose hours of collecting. Second of all, the gems ROI is abysmal. I could spend my 40k gems and I don't even think I would get the 250k blue badges in the end. It is that bad. So I'm not going to risk it all, I will have to wait for the next time. It sucks to wait another 2 months for this stuff to cycle back, but what other reasonable choice do I have? Patience is key there, that's fine, I can wait, I have to wait as a matter of fact. King's Rune is not for fast food players. If you're on a low spending strategy, your resolve will be tested constantly, so if you cannot resist, you are bound to fail. It's all about making as few mistakes as possible. We all make mistakes, that's for sure, but as few as possible is the way to go. I overspent on the Olympian Crusade event not long ago. That was a mistake, but a mistake I was willingly ready to make. This time I won't pull the trigger. I could also spend money to get it, but I've set up some rules in the beginning of the series that I have respected so far, so I'm not baiting now. And let's be honest, I have spent a lot of gems ever since I started this series and for good progress, so it's not the end of the world if I don't do this time. So very low gem spendings for the week, only the cheapest pack every day, and I will get as many frags as I can get with that to be more prepared when I get these skins later on. Off to Saturday now with the last day of Sea of Riches. I wasn't interested in the shop, so I only bought the cheapest packs every day and won 600 something gems packs to beat a milestone on Wednesday. I reached 150 meters every day, and in the end I got 1.6 mil to buy all as 50 pounds frags, 1 Tourmaline amulet and 31 blue bottles. For 4,400 gems spent, that's very good in the end, so I am satisfied. And that should be all for the week. I have updated the roadmap to include Atlas into it, as mine is already 1B, so his new skin puts him on the same priority as Fawkes and Midas. I have removed Matilda objectives, they were all on the bottom of the list to stay even, but I added one objective up to 69 with Atlas level 450. This week we cleared 5 objectives with Bors and Midas skins, Proctor leveled up to 450 and Prometheus back from exile while Percival took the spot. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hopefully will see you next week for Wave of Love. Imagine Scheherazade getting her second pair of skins, boy would I be sorry. Take care guys and stay away from Battlefield of Glory. Peace.